Friends, I'm Quinn B. Gallahan, licensed marriage and family therapist. I've been a therapist for over a decade, and my channel, The Grateful Therapist, is all about mental health and personal growth. Today's video is about counseling or therapy with teens and adolescents. I designed this video to be for you both if you are a clinician, a mental health provider who wants to work with teens, or if you're a family member or a friend, if you just care about somebody who's a teenager and you think maybe they need therapy. This video is for you. I've been working with teenagers in therapy for over a decade, and I sort of have a reputation in the community as being good with teenagers, and especially teenagers who are resistant to therapy and don't like therapists and don't like the idea of therapy. I often get calls from principals, school counselors, or family members who've heard of me word of mouth because they know I'm pretty good with teens. So I want to teach you everything I've learned so that you can be better at working with teens, help teens feel more comfortable to stay in therapy with you, to come to therapy, to think therapy is even kind of cool. I'll tell you mistakes that I think some therapists might be making, and things that we can all do better as clinicians to help our adolescent clients feel more comfortable. Sure, you've hit the subscribe button and turned on that little bell notification so you know when my next video comes out all about mental health. You don't want to miss it. Number one, in my opinion, the number one thing clinicians need to do is focus more on the relationship with the teenager right away. So building rapport, helping the teenager feel comfortable right away. I think a mistake clinicians often make is that they have really good intentions. Therapists and counselors, they want to help teenagers, but I think a mistake I've seen them make is they rush in too quickly, trying to get to business, trying to get some good therapy work done, trying to understand the problems, trying to give solutions, and they rush in too quickly before teens are ready. Teens sometimes feel pushed, or they feel uncomfortable, or they think, why would I tell you these things? I don't even know you. You're practically a stranger. This is our first or second meeting. So my suggestion, what I've learned from years of experience as a therapist, is take it slow. Take it slow. It's okay if you don't heal all the wounds and cure and solve all the problems in the first few sessions. In my opinion, the most important thing to do is build a relationship with the teenager, help them feel comfortable, help them learn to open up with you. So how do we do this? I think it's really important to talk about the issue of trust transparently. Many teenagers that I work with, especially if they're a teenager who's ending up in counseling because they might have some anxiety or some depression or some social issues, or they've gotten involved in some risky behavior, or they seem really closed off, most teenagers, because of where they're at developmentally, struggle with the idea of trust and trusting people. I can't tell you how many teenagers have said, I don't trust so-and-so, I can't trust so-and-so. Trust is a big issue for teenagers. And so I think as a therapist, we have to learn to earn their trust. And we do that by talking about things straight on, by doing what we say we're gonna do, by being honest with them, by building a relationship so they can begin to trust us just a little bit at a time. I also like to let teenagers tell me their stories of when they felt betrayed, so that we can really understand their experience of trust and trust issues. And I bring it up right away in the first or second session, and so that we can talk about it, because it is a big hot issue for many teenagers. Another way we can build trust with adolescents is to help them understand that they are in control of the counseling session at all times. So we teach them how to say, you know, I don't really feel like talking about that, and then letting that be okay. We let them know that they are in charge, they control how much they share, how much they don't share, and they can always say stop. They can always put the brakes on. And I don't only talk